Hello everyone. First of all, I am Dr. Arnab Kumar De and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Arnab's Corner, and today I am going to discuss about the topic Thai Turner's Plastic Challenge. Previously, I have organized a webinar on it on this under this topic or under this banner where we have discussed about the harmful roles of the single-use plastics as well as the plastics which we are using in our daily life, and it's been increasing day by day. But the problem is now it's creating a marine pollution, and how we have gone through the situation how the normal marine flora and the fauna are being affected by these types of unwanted plastics. Today I am here to discuss about the another part of Tide Turner's Plastic Challenge. Under this banner, I will start to explore some new things or to give you a knowledge about the presence of plastics in everywhere in our environment, how we are contaminating or polluting our environment by these throwaway plastics. So let's start. Look at this. We are living in a plastic age. This beautiful scenario is being completely demolished or completely being destroyed by this scenery, by these dumps of plastic. We live in this plastic age. This is a plastic age. Look at your surroundings. You will be shocked by the amount of plastics surrounding you. Wherever you look, you will find plastic around you. Now, our planet can no longer tolerate these culture of throwaway plastics. No. So, it's our duty to prevent and save our mother nature from these type of substances or hazardous elements. So today I am here, I am going to tell about the three unique things which you can't believe that they do have plastics in them. What are these three things? Let's see. The first one is the detergents, which is being in our daily life, in the daily basis for washing our clothes. Next is the chewing gums. Many of us don't know that these things or these items can also bear these types of plastics, these types of hazards. Now, the next one is the face wash, and the last one is the face wash. This also contains the microplastics, plastics in the form of microplastics. Moving to the first one, the detergent, a new source of plastics. In detergents, mostly the plastics are present in the form of microplastics or in the form of microplastics or microbeads. More than 120 detergents contains plastics. Not just a list of ingredients were examined from the back of the packaging material or back of the detergent packet by seeing the ingredients. This is not being established. 36 samples were tested for microplastic contents in the laboratory of Amsterdam during July 2019. After that, a shocking report came that these detergents, near about 120 detergent companies, found to be a part of mixing these microbeads in the form of plastics. The presence of microplastics in our wastewater can be found by the two factors. What are those factors? The first one is the many cosmetic products such as toothpastes, creams, shower gels, peelings contains tiny plastics which are known as microplastics in the form of microbeads. Why these microplastics are getting added into these detergents or face wash or this cosmetics? Why? Because for to achieve a mechanical cleaning effect. The second one was the microplastics are washed out in the process of washing polymer textile clothing and thus entering into the environment, polluting our nature or environment, or specifically, if I would like to say that the oceans and the marines. So the question arises how these microplastics are getting into the oceans, because as we know that most of the main three sources of microplastics or marine plastics are urban and rural runoffs and the industrial wastes. So we should immediately ban all these microplastics, including the liquids, over the detergents, which are silently polluting our waters. While doing our laundry, we are unknowingly polluting our aquatic environment. Most of us, we polluting our environment or aquatic environment specifically, unknowingly, because we don't know about these things. We don't know that detergents could too have microplastics in the form of microbeads. If I will leave the detergent aside, there is another most important thing which we don't know, that our clothes, along with the detergents, are to be blamed. Why? The synthetic clothing material are made of polyester, acrylic, or nylons. They too means our clothes, our clothing material also contains polyester plastics, nylons in the form of polyesters or in form of nylon, which releases tiny plastic fibers when washed. Considering the detergent also have the microplastic ingredients, they add to the microplastics released through our washing machines. These microplastics, if one escaped from the wastewater treatment plants, pollute our oceans and rivers. And the worst part is that if these microplastics escape the process of wastewater treatment, they are almost impossible to clean when they enter into the environment because of their size. It's so small in size. It's less than 50 micromolar, as I have previously mentioned on the previous slides. Micrometer, sorry. They are found in the deepest and the highest points of our planet. Sea animals absorb and eat these microplastics, thinking them as a food particles. These particles can then pass along with the marine food chain to us, creating the health hazards to us. Since humans are ultimately at the top of this food chain, it is likely that we also ingest these microplastics, which we are polluting the marine environment. The next culprit is the chewing gum, another way to plastic pollution. Unknowingly, most of us use or chew these chewing gums, but the controversy arises here because along with this chewing gum, our health is also concerned, because most of the companies, uh, they suggest that it is a gum. This gum is maybe as used as a food, like it's a chewing material. It contains no harmful content or like that. But no, it's false. Most of the chewing gums is gum based, but still they have some inedible products or inedible parts, which arises the health concerns. Like polyethylene, one of the most popular component of plastics. Polyethylene, common group of plastics, which is being used for the production of plastic bags. Later on, polyvinyl acetate, another sticky polymer, which is found in the white glue. Like these, there are some non or inedible products or inedible parts or inedible ingredients which is being mixed up with these chewing gums, and they are playing with our health. Various myths are also there, which explains that the swallowed gum will remain in the human stomach for the 7 years, as it's not digestible or not degradable. But still, according to several medical opinions, there seems to be a little truth behind that. But this tale, or in the most of the cases, swallowed gums will pass through the system as the food passes through it. Nowadays, with the advent of rubber synthesis technology, Synthetic rubber is primarily used for making the gummies. And what are the compositions of these chewing gums? Synthetic resins, polyvinyl acetates, the polyethylene, glycerol esters of wood resin or gum resin, or glycerol esters of partially hydrogenated wood or gum resins. As has been indicated above, these components are the gum base that remains unknown to the consumers, since the manufacturers have no intention to declare them in the absence of any strict regulation forcing them to do so. But end of the day, we are our health is the our when our health is concerned, it's very much hazardous to our health, because these are made up of these gum bases: synthetic resins, polyvinyl acetate, polyethylene glycerol esters with wood resins and gum resins, or hydrogenated wood gums. The third one, which is very much interesting, that is the face wash or face scrubber, another source of plastic. The ingredients in the bottle shows the presence of polyethylene as well as in microcrystalline wax, as I have denoted here. These two shows the presence of polyethylene as well as the microplastics. But the problem is, these things are being completely ignored by us, and we are using in our daily basis, in our daily life. And these microplastics are polluting the nature, polluting the marine plastics or marine ecosystem. Now, their labs shows a result of 50% of the facial wash product or face wash product and 67% of the facial scrub product contains microplastics. As it's a scrubber, the scrub material is made up of microplastics in the form of microbeads, and it's uh, as usual, it's more than the face wash. But why do cosmetic manufacturers include these microplastics as one of their ingredients? These are the facts. They want them. They want to use them as a bulking agent, which helping in increasing the volume of the product. Other such chemicals helps in the formation of a thick film or thick layer, controlling the viscosity, hair fixation, adding aesthetics, and lending adhesive quality. And these are the targeted loopholes or targeted mm, uh, areas which we have to be concerned. We have to be very much concerned about these microplastics. Still rubbing plastics on face? How to check if your cosmetic products has microbeads? There are some examples of presence of microplastics. How you would examine that whether it contains your face wash contains microplastic or not? It's a laboratory based thing, but still there is a way out. That is microplastics. These are the tiny colorful pellets found in the face wash, body scrubs, and toothpastes are often a topic of discussion on the internet, particularly their harmful effects on the environment. These microbeads, which are in the form of plastics, are 1 millimeter or less than that. These tiny particles, often found in the cosmetics and skincare products, are washed down the sink and escape the filtration process. And it goes to the wastewater treatment plant. And then from the wastewater treatment plant, they again escapes and end up in the oceans. Eventually, they are ingested by the marine organisms, leading to us. And when these marine organisms are being intake by us or ingested by us, it's being taken by us as in a dinner or a lunch, then it's coming to us and it's causing our health hazards. But the environmental hazards aren't the only way of microbeads cause damage. They are likely hurting your skin as well. These are not only the environmental hazards. I have, as I have previously mentioned, that it is also harming our health. it's being an health hazard along with the environmental hazards. Imagine rubbing a polythene bag or a plastic bag on your face. That is the equivalent of rubbing these microplastics or microbeads on your body. Polyethylene or polypropylene is the most commonly used composition of making a plastic bags. Using these plastic particles won't necessarily slough off the dead skin, but the skin itself, say experts. Okay, to be aware, so be aware and be very much cautious about which type of products you are using. Does it contain microplastics? First of all, you search your ingredients beside the packet. Otherwise, just you can't test it in the lab before using every product, but still be cautious and be we'll skip this portion. Now the portion which comes that the how why India is lagging behind when it comes to banning microplastics. Globally, US, Canadian government, US government, UK, and many countries such as Sweden, Finland, France, Iceland, Ireland, these are banning nationally banning these cosmetic products which are containing these microbeads. But India is years behind in conceptualizing any such legislations. On the order given by the National Green Tribunal for the analysis of microbeads in plastics or microbeads in cosmetics, the Bureau of Indian Standards did a study and classified microbead products as not fit for the use in May 2017. But still, however, there is no such notification or instruction from the government for banning for the use of these types of micro beads containing cosmetics in India. So we have to be aware. We have to be aware and cautious also. We have to organize these types of virtual campaigns, or if the COVID-19 period moves on, if the world gets well soon, then we will do some offline campaigns also to just report or to just analyze how much plastic pollution is hampering the marine ecosystem and the environment. Okay, now last we are at the end of this lecture. We can bring the change, and we will bring the change. How? For that, we have a we have a link over there, that is the Tide Turner's Plastic Challenge. As I will show you, that's the link. It's the link Tide Turner's Plastic Challenge. You have to go here and you have to register here in the Tide Turner's Plastic Challenge. After getting registered, you can log in at every time, and you have to, after registration, you have 3 levels: entry level, leader level, and champion level. At every level, you will get a certificate during the entry level, as well as in leader level, as well as in champion level. And at last, you will get a badge from the Clean Seas. The badge contains the Young Leaders Plastic Challenge. Okay. Thank you for your patience. So our motto is quit plastics now or never. And last but not the least, please do subscribe the YouTube channel Arnab's Corner for further more videos on this topic. Hope you like this video. Thank you.